Just a minute. Yes, please. Yes, please. Introduce him, please.
Assalamu alaikum. Hazur, my friend is from Pakistan on a business tour from Lahore. His name is A. Mahmood. He is area manager for a firm over there, and today he is with us, and he will introduce her. He has already met Hazur before Hazur became Khalifa at several places in Lahore. He will introduce Hazur.
Yes. Well, I had the opportunity to meet you at Gulberg. A very close friend of mine is MD, and I met you at his residence before you became the Khalifa.
Who's he?
Bisharat Mahmood.
He held a session there of question answer.
That's right.
And some ulama were also present, and quite a few elite of Lahore were together.
Yeah, that's right.
So you were one of those.
Yeah.
Yes, we had a very good session of a few hours.
Yes, Mr. Bisharat is one of my very
Yes,
close
I
friends.
understand. Yes, that's right.
And he also took me to Hilton, where you came
when
after.
I spoke about my Spanish tour.
Yeah, that's right.
The inauguration of the mosque there. That's
Exactly.
right. Yes.
So I came here on a business trip.
What's your business?
I'm in the air cargo business.
A cargo.
Yeah.
Pleased to have met you here.
Thank you very much.
So Mustafa Sabit Sahib, before Mr. Bashir Hayat thinks he is going to ask a question, come and occupy your place.
No, Hazur, I'm not asking any question. I'm just
Answering one?
No, when after that permits me.
One?
After Mr. Mustafa.
If there is an after him.
After him, yeah.
If there is an after him, yes.
No, Hazur, further for him, you know.
Fine.
For our guest, I wanted to say that.
No, your guest can speak for himself, can't he? If he wants to put in a question, of course I'll permit him. No question. So he wants something for you while you don't want yourself. Please sit down. Mustafa Sabit is our Egyptian friend. He is an Ahmadi with the grace of Allah. He is visiting here from Canada. So because he is very fond of preaching to others, he has collected some questions which have been asked of him from time to time by some Muslims, some non-Muslims, Christians and others. So because he doesn't get that opportunity so often to come here, I am giving him the preference. Sure. Otherwise, normally if you had come on a normal day, most often you will find Mr. Bashir Hayat occupying that place. Please. Yes, you come forward and sit closer as you were. He likes to sit closer to the microphone, this is why he is there.
This question is from a Christian friend, though it benefits both Muslims and Christians, in fact. The question says that God had included in His holy books all the guidance required for the benefit of mankind. What is the need for continuity of revelation after revealing those books?
After revealing the Holy Quran?
Yes.
The earlier books?
Well, because
if it's a Christian, he couldn't have said that.
Well, yes, because he is a Christian, he didn't mention any specific book. He says after the revelation of the holy books.
Yes. Holy books in general.
Yes, in general.
Please sit down. The fact is that the purpose of revelation is to be understood first, and what part they play in rectifying society. Are they all sufficient or something else is required? This is a fundamental question to be asked. If a book by itself was enough, only books should have been sent from heaven, as people were also demanding. Whenever a prophet came, according to the Holy Quran, people said, why not the book right from the heaven? That is the most essential part. So if a book had descended from the heaven and we could see it, that would have been enough for us. But the book is not enough. The purposes of the institution of prophethood have been described in the Holy Quran very clearly, and the book only makes one part of that. In Surah Jummah, for instance, the Holy Quran tells us, هُوَ الَّذِي بَعَثَ فِي الْأُمِّيِّينَ رَسُولًا مِّنْهُمْ يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِهِ. That's the first thing. يَتْلُو عَلَيْهِمْ آيَاتِهِ. That is the book, revelation of book, being conveyed to others. وَيُزَكِّيهِمْ. It is not the book which does the skiyah, that is what does the, which performs purification. It is the Prophet who performs the purification. وَيُعَلِّمُهُمُ الْكِتَابَ. The book is there, but a teacher is needed. وَالْحِكْمَةِ. And the philosophy, underlying philosophy is also required to be explained. So these are the purposes of a prophet. If book remains intact and the teaching is heard by ignorant teachers interfering with the meaning of the book, if the philosophy is lost or new philosophies arise in the world to challenge the bona fides of that book, then some teacher is required. Because three parts which have been mentioned here as duties of a prophet are over and above the revelation of the book. Concerning the book, of course. Revolving round the book, of course. But book by itself is not found sufficient. So this can be immediately put to test. Those who believe that the book should be enough, they know that it is the same book, Holy Quran, the Holy Quran, which was at the time of Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is exactly the same book as it was at that time and as it is today. So, is there any difference in the book? Or no? None whatsoever. But is there some difference in the Muslims of his time and the Muslims of today? Or none whatsoever? The obvious difference, so much that if they were Muslims, the present day Muslims don't appear like belonging to the same Islam. And this difference set in so sharply, in fact, that at the time of Hazrat Ali Karramallahu Wajhahu, somebody asked him the difference, why there was such difference. And the retort he gave was so beautiful. He said, because Hazrat Sallallahu Alaihi Wasallam had people like me to follow him, and I have people like you to follow me. You see the difference in generations and their quality of sacrifice. So the Holy Quran did not change by the time of Hazrat Ali Karramallahu Wajhahu. It has not changed even today. But the difference between the quality and character of people is immense. So obviously it is wrong to say that Holy Quran by itself should suffice in the sense that it should enforce itself upon the characters of the people, their attitudes, their values, and run into their blood automatically. A performer is required, one who has direct contact with Allah. He is the one who purifies, through the help of the book, of course. But he is the one who first practices the book and turns it into a value of real life. Not a word alone, but turns it into practice. And then people begin to follow their like. When they see things in their own kith and kin, in their own blood and flesh, then they follow. Not just the books written somewhere. So the book is essential because the entire philosophy and the way of life and the teachings are contained in the book, that is the word of Allah. But to practice that word, to make it understood, to speak about its lasting values and to meet challenges arising at various times regarding that word. All these factors demand